everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time I'm gonna be doing a fill. So this set has actually been on for a month. As you guys know, I used the JC Beauty Concepts products on her set, so most likely I'm gonna be using it again. As you guys seen, again, it's been a month and we have no lifting at all whatsoever, so that's a really good thing. So if you're looking for an acrylic system to use, this one is definitely a really good one. They have a really good variety of colored acrylics here. I think I'm going to be using this one, which is the pastel collection, and of course, you know, just in time for the spring. So most likely I'm going to incorporate some of these, but also I have the cover colors. I also have, you know, my clear, of course, my monomer, and I do have a promo code for them, so I'll be sure to leave that down below. And then of course the crystals that I use are actually from Sky Beats, so I'll be sure to leave the link and the promo code for that as well. But the first thing that I'm going to be doing is going in with a pair of nippers and removing all of the crystals. Alrighty, so I finished removing all of the crystals. So now I'm gonna go in with the extra cores safety drill bit, and these, as you guys know, I get them from Amazon, so I'll be sure to leave the link down below. But what I'm gonna do is, since I'm gonna be changing the color of the acrylic, of course I have to go in and remove these the colored acrylic. So I'm just gonna go in, and like always, I file around the cuticle area first, going from the right side over to the left side, just going back and forth and working our way down towards the free edge. And again, we're just getting rid of all of that colored acrylic. As you guys know, when I first do the set, I do clear underneath, so that way next time whenever I'm ready to get rid of the when I want to get rid of the colored acrylic, I just go in and file it off, and then we'll still have that clear underneath. Hold on. Alrighty, y'all, so as you can see, this one just broke, and the reason is because I filed all of the colored acrylic down, so I guess the clear underneath that I did was way too thin. So that's why it just broke off, but then I'm just gonna go ahead and replace that now. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and finish removing the colored acrylic from the other two, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I finished removing the colored acrylic. So now I'm going to go in with a cuticle pusher, and I'm just going to go in and push back all of the cuticles. And as always, this is going to just help expose the new growth and help with reducing lifting. And as always, you can use any cuticle pusher, whether it's plastic, metal, or wood, as long as it can be disinfected or disposed of. Alrighty, so next we're going to go in with the sanding band, and as always, these have to be switched out after each client. So I went ahead and took that one off, and then I'm going to replace it with a new one. And these are the 180 sanding bands, and you can find these little small bags with 100 of them on Amazon, and I believe it's like $5 or $6. And with this one, I'm going to slow it down to about 5,000 RPM. So I was using it at 15,000 with the extra cord drill bit. So now I'm slowing it down to 5,000. And we're going to remove the shine. So as always, we go from the right side all the way over to the left side, going back and forth. And when we're doing this, we're just removing the shine from the natural nail. You guys know that our nail has oils on it because our body produces oils. Those oils happen to be on our nails. So we have to go in and remove the shine, because if not, if we just go in and apply the acrylic right over the shiny nail, the acrylic is going to come off really, really easily. The nails are just literally gonna pop off within a few days. So again, just going from the right side over to the left side and just doing that on all of the nails. Girl. Alrighty, so after we finish removing the shine, I'm just gonna dust the nails off, and then I'm gonna clean my area, and I'm gonna replace her nail. Alrighty, so to replace her nail, I'm gonna go in with the clear nail tips and the KDS glue. Let me see. So of course, the first thing we want to do is just go in there and measure her nail. Make sure that the nail tip fits exactly from sidewall to sidewall. After that, just apply the glue right on the nail. Place the nail tip on the free edge and just hold it down for a few seconds. And that's it. Alrighty, so once it's glued on, we're gonna go in and measure it against the other nail. I'm gonna go in and trim it down. And then I'm gonna cut the sides as well to make it into a coffin shape. So for that, I'm gonna go in with the straight edge nail clipper. Make sure that it is a straight edge, because if not, you're gonna mess up your shape. And we're just gonna cut the sides down, and this is going to just help save just a little bit of time whenever it comes to shaping. As you can see, we already cut it into a coffin shape. So then whenever we go to file, we're not having to do so much filing. So to file, we go from the side wall to the free edge. at exactly a 90-degree angle. We just go back and forth, alternating from side to side because you don't want the nail to be crooked. So do about the same amount of files on each side. Go back over to the other side. And make sure that when you're doing this, you're watching your shape because you will be able to see it change. That way you know when to stop, because of course you want all the nails to be, you know, the same width when you're doing them. So after that, we go in and file the free edge at exactly a 90-degree angle. And when you're shaping, it's really just all about the angle in which you're holding your file. If you don't hold the file at a certain angle, which would be a 90-degree angle, then you're not going to get a coffin or, you know, that really squared shape. So you have to make sure that you pay attention to that. So we shaped that nail, so now I'm going to go ahead and dust it off. And as you guys know, again, I'm going to be using the JC Beauty Concepts Acrylic. Alrighty, so next we're going to go in with the dehydrator and the primer. The dehydrator just makes sure that if you have any oils left on the natural nail, it's going to dehydrate the nail. And then the primer is just going to help with the acrylic adhering to the natural nail really good. That way we don't get any lifting. So I'm going to go ahead, and we're only applying this on the natural nails. So we're just doing that on all of the nails. And then after that, we're going in with the extra bonder, and same thing, just applying that on the natural nail. Okay, and then for the acrylic, again, I'm going to use the Pastel Collection by JC Collections. I already opened it, but I'm also using the Cover Blush and the clear and the monomer. So again, I do have a promo code for them, which is GetNail32, and I'll leave all of that information down below. Alrighty, so I was thinking about using a few of them, but I remember that she's been wanting to do the little like seashells and little ocean theme. So I'm going to be using this color, which is the number 11 from the Pastel Collection. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest away. And then I think I may still use the Cover Blush. I'm not sure just yet, but I'm going to keep it out just in case. Tell them to shut the fuck up. And again, I'm using the Beauty Concepts acrylic monomer. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour a little bit in there. And then if I need more, then of course, I'll just add a little bit more. And then for my brush, as you guys know, I love my Alpha brush, and this is the number 10 oval brush. And remember that you want to make sure that when you are using any type of acrylic brush, that you clean it off really good after each set. That way the next time when you're ready to use it, it's nice and flat. So again, that is the Alpha brush in a number 10 in an oval shape, and I highly recommend these. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm kind of just going to wing it because I honestly don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to incorporate some glitter in there as well. Alrighty, so for the glitter, I'm just going to be using this blue glitter that I mixed up. And it's literally the other day when I was cleaning out my glitter drawer, I mixed all of my blue glitters into one container. So I can't even tell you what all is in here. It's just literally like 100 different blue glitters. So I'm going to be using a little bit of that. And then again, I'm going to be using some of these little ocean gold studs. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go in with the clear. So I dip my brush into the liquid and into the powder. I'm going to go in with a bead of the clear, placing it closer to the cuticle area. And then I'm going to pat this down, making sure that we spread it out throughout the entire nail. And then gently brushing it down towards the tip. And then again, this is so next time, whenever she wants a different colored acrylic, or, you know, when we want to get rid of the glitter, we can just file it away, and then we'll still have this clear here. For this one, I'm going to add the glitter. So I'm going to dip my brush into the clear acrylic. And then I'm going to dip it into the glitter. And I'm just gonna grab this one and let's see. Just applying it randomly on the nail. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna go in with some of the little seashells. And for those, I'm just gonna use my wax pencil to pick them up. And whenever you apply them, kind of press them down into the acrylic. And then also, if you need to add a little bit more acrylic, that's completely fine. That way the you know, little studs kind of just sink into the acrylic. Alrighty, so after that, as you can see, that's what it looks like. So now after that, I'm gonna go in with more clear, and this time we're just gonna use this to encapsulate it. So remember, especially since we use the studs, we want to make sure that we use enough acrylic to where it's gonna cover those up so we don't file them away. So just placing the bead, patting it down, and then just kind of moving it closer to the tip. Alrighty, just like that. So it's fully encapsulated. So now let's see. Okay, for the pinky, I think I'm just gonna do this one all clear again like we did the last time. So as you can see, I placed my bead closer to the cuticle area. And what I like about this acrylic, I think I mentioned it before, is that it gives you enough time to play with it. And it's also not, you know, too runny. So your product stays in place. And usually with products that are like that, that kind of stay in place, they dry fast. But this one, again, still gives you a nice amount of time to play with it before it actually dries. That way, you know, you're not left with really thick and lumpy nails. As you can see, I was able to do that with one bead, and we have a nice thickness and a nice apex as well. Alrighty, so for this one, I'm gonna go in and do the small bead of the clear at the back, placing it down. And again, that is so next time whenever I want to get rid of the colored acrylic or the glitter, they're still clear underneath. And then for this one, I'm gonna do a ombre nail with the glitter. So placing or getting a bead, dipping it into the glitter, placing it right in the middle, and then patting it down towards the free edge. Adding a little bit more if you need to or want to. So just like that, and then I'm gonna go in with the cover blush. So dipping my brush into the liquid, into the cover blush, placing it down, patting it down, and then we're gonna go ahead and brushing it down, making sure that we don't brush down too much because it's an ombre and we don't want to take away from that. So we're just blending it right in the middle. I'm going to go in and place another bead closer to the cuticle area. And as you can see, when I'm doing this, I work with a little bit of product at a time, because then if you use a big bead, then it's going to get, you know, on the glitter. Alrighty, so after that, as you can see, I added a little bit of glitter right in the middle to kind of blend it in with the nude. So then now I'm going to go in with the clear, and we're just going to encapsulate those two together. That way, whenever we come back into file, we're not going to file away the glitter. Alrighty, so just like that. So for this one, I may do another glitter one just like this one. So same thing, dipping my brush into the liquid, getting my small bead of the clear, placing it down, brushing it down towards the tip, and then getting my glitter. Alrighty, so for the thumb, I'm gonna do something really similar to the middle finger. So same thing. First, getting our bead of the clear, placing it on the nail, brushing it down towards the tip. Making sure that, of course, we clean around the cuticle area if we need to, but you want to make sure that you don't even let the product touch the skin. You want to get it as close as you can to the cuticle area, but not to where it's on the actual cuticle. And if you do, just make sure you go in and wipe it off immediately with the very tip of your brush. You literally go from one end, well, from the left side all the way around to the right side, and just wiping it off. And also making sure that you hold it at an angle. You don't want to push down. We're literally just wiping away. But again, for this one, we're going to add some glitter as well as the little seashells. Alrighty, just like that, and then I'm gonna go in and encapsulate them with the clear. Alrighty, so we just finished doing this hand. So again, we're gonna do the same thing on the other hand. So just clear on a pinky, the ombre with the glitter on the ring finger and the index finger, the middle finger with the glitter and the little studs, and again, same thing on the thumb. So we're gonna do same thing on the other hand, and I'll be back. Alrighty, so I finished applying the acrylic on all of the nails. So again, we use the glitter that I just mixed on my own. And then we use the Cover Blush. Again, all of these are by JC Beauty Concepts, and I'll be sure to leave the link and my promo code down below. And then this one is the clear acrylic. And then we use the monomer as well. Alrighty, so after that, we're going to go back in with the same 100 nail file, and we're going to reshape them. As you guys know, of course, we have the coffin shape, but after, after what, it's been a month, they kind of rounded off at the tip, so we just have to go in and reshape them to perfect the shape. So same thing, going in at a 90-degree angle, going from the side wall towards the free edge. Just going back and forth, and then just doing the same thing and doing a 90-degree angle at the free edge. And we're going to do that on all of them. And this time it doesn't take much at all because they're already that coffin shape. We're just going in to redefine that shape. Hold on. Alrighty, so I finished reshaping the nails. So now I'm gonna go in with my fine drill bit, and this is the ceramic one, and I like using this one because I feel like it's not as sharp. So if you are a beginner, I would highly recommend this one, and you can just find it on Amazon, and I'll leave the link down below. But I'm gonna use it at 10,000 RPMs. As always, I'm using the Scarlet Melody Susie nail drill, and I'll leave the information down below for this one as well. But as always, we start from the right side, working our way all the way over to the left side, just going back and forth. And this is really the most important step in doing acrylic nails. You want to make sure that you seal around this cuticle area as best as you can to prevent any lifting, because trust me, no matter how good you prep the nail and how good you apply the nail tips, if you do not file around this cuticle area like you should, you are going to get lifting. But after we do that, we just file the rest of the nail to make sure that it's all nice and smooth. But again, making sure that you focus around the cuticle area first. Alrighty, just like that. So again, y'all, make sure that you focus more around the cuticle area first. And usually how I know if I file good enough is until I'm able to see where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. That way I know that the acrylic is not on the skin. And then also, you know, if you are still a beginner and your nails are still really bumpy, then of course you're going to have to spend a little bit more time on the rest of the nail as well. But please focus around that cuticle area first, because if not, you will get lifting. And if you're doing everything else correctly, like you're prepping the nail really good, you're applying your primer, you're applying the right size tips, but you're still getting lifting, most likely you're not filing around the cuticle area really good. Trust me, when I first started, I was having that same problem. I thought I was doing everything right until I started focusing on this step a lot more. And then again, I know when I'm able to see where the cuticle is. I'm not sure if you guys can really tell, but where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and then where the acrylic is. You want to be able to see those three things. That way, you know you are not going to get lifting, because if you leave any little gaps in between the acrylic or the natural nail and the acrylic, any water, any moisture, anything that gets trapped under there is going to cause the nail to lift. But I'm going to go ahead and do this on all of the nails. Again, I'm using this at 10,000 RPMs. This is the ceramic fine drill bit, and we're going to finish filing all of the nails. so I finished filing all of the nails. So now I'm going to go in with the buffer and we're just going to buff them all. And this is going to just get rid of all of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file. Alrighty, so I dust the nails off and wipe them off with an alcohol wipe. So now I'm going to go in and do some bling on the ring finger. So I'm going to be using my SS12 and my SS6 crystals from Sky Beads. Let me see the blue. And then I'm also going to use these blue crystals. And to apply them, I'm going to be using the Soleil nail adhesive. And before I do that, I'm going to go in with the color Harp on It by Color Club, which is just a silver holographic polish. And this is the one that I always use as a base for my bling.
So you're going to put it on the ring finger. So you know what I mean.
And again, for my glue, I'm using the Soleil nail adhesive. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that on the pinky. And then with my wax pencil, I'm going to go in with the AB SS6 and SS12. And then again, these are my crystals from Sky Beads. And I'll be sure to leave the link and the promo code down below. And then I'm also going to go in and throw in some of the little starfish and the little shells. Alrighty, so just like that, and then after that I'm gonna spray it with the Hurry Up spray, and that's just gonna help dry the glue a lot faster. So same thing on the other hand, we already applied the polish on them, so now I'm gonna go in with the glue and then with the bling.
Zebra print. And then I had one day a blue dress with a cheetah print. I was like, that's so ugly. I'm not saying these are ugly, but I'm saying like the blue dress reminded me of her too. I mean the blue color. I'm like, who puts red and zebra print? And then cheetah print with blue. And then the table decorations were not glass of sea with a little goldfish and a candle on top. Like an actual goldfish. Do I even still be on kitchen now? I've seen a couple, but not as many as I can.
Alrighty, so now I'm gonna go in with the Madame Glam No Wipe Top Coat, and I'm gonna apply that on all of the nails, and then we're gonna cure them under the light for 60 seconds. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. So again, we did the blue with the seashells and the little starfish with bling on the pinky, and they just turned out really pretty. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNail32, and I will see you guys next time.